shopping at my favorite grocery store. I'm here at the Co-op grocery store, the health food store, and I'm here by myself, which is rare because I almost always have one of the girls with me, but the girls are doing something here in the area, so I just thought I'd pick up a few things. I don't know how they do it, but they have the best citrus fruits anywhere. The quality is always on point. Fun fact about the Co-op, their whole produce department has to be certified organic, and they get audited randomly throughout the year to double check their produce. First thing I'm buying are these Tango mandarins. Even these, just better than anywhere else. Frankly, I don't think it's just because it's organic. I think it's because the people that work here or whoever sources all the produce really cares. Like, this is their passion. Just like food and cooking is my passion, there's this sourcing the best fruits and vegetables. I just can't find the quality I get here anywhere else. Now I will say this, it comes with a hefty price tag. Like these mandarins, I don't know, what is there, like 20 in here? It's $2.49 a pound. Let's look at this. So this is about $7.50 for this whole bag. Now for the quality, the flavor, and the fact that it's organic, we'll take it. So one of the things I can't buy at Costco quite often is organic lemons. If I want to buy citrus fruits, I try to buy organic, but especially lemons, because these lemons, they look amazing, but I also use the peels, and they say that with a lot of organic fruits, especially citrus fruits, all the pesticides, the chemicals are on the outside. So if I'm using the rind, right, or if I'm juicing these, all the oils and whatever's in the skin is going to be in the juice. It's going to be in my drink. It's going to be inside of the food. If there is one fruit I would highly recommend, it's definitely that. Maybe also berries and melons. Same thing with their root vegetables, potatoes included, and especially potatoes. Because these are in the actual ground, it's touching the dirt, you never know what a conventionally grown potato is touching and swimming in. All of their potatoes, all their root vegetables, all organic, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get these because I'm gonna try putting these on to a pizza. I've been seeing potatoes on pizzas lately, and when I try it, it's actually pretty good, especially like a pesto potato with maybe like sun-dried tomatoes, and a little bit of pork, maybe ham. Potatoes on pizza, who would have ever thought? They have a great selection of apples, and sometimes they got some interesting ones that are a little bit different, like this Cosmic Crisp apple. Notice they're not super shiny. I don't know if this is something they do at the grocery store or at the apple farm, but organic apples aren't crazy shiny because there's nothing sprayed on them, and they can't have that whatever shiny glaze, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like shining. Maybe they think people will be attracted to that shiny glare, but to me it's just showing there's something on there that shouldn't be on there. Now let me know if you work at a grocery store, maybe it's something to preserve it, but even then, I want my apples to look like this right here. It's vibrant enough even without that shiny coating on there. Underrated for Washington are pears. Amazing pears here. One more part of this store that I love is they try to get as much local produce as possible. And they'll tell you up here, typically on these little signs, see, they'll show you if it's from Mexico or from Washington. And sometimes they'll actually tell you what farm it's from. I don't see it on here though. Right now it's not a good season for anything because nothing's really growing. But you know what does grow all year? Kale, especially if you have a greenhouse. These are not necessarily local, but yeah, beets are available all year as well. See, even this rutabaga, Oregon. Cool to know where your fruit and vegetables are from, partly because it's cool that you're supporting a local farm if it is from the area, or you know it's from another country if it's from Mexico. I have nothing against stuff being from another country, as long as it's North America. Overseas, maybe Hawaii is okay, like this. I'm assuming turmeric is really tough to grow, or maybe needs a certain type of climate, so this one is from Hawaii. I think that's the farthest, but anything overseas, I'm not really for that, which you'd be surprised. There's a lot of produce that comes from overseas. A lot of foods, like Trader Joe's eggs, are from New Zealand. Why does it need to be from New Zealand? Probably a cost thing, but that's kind of crazy that eggs go into a carton, get on a ship, and get shipped all the way over here when we have amazing egg farmers in Washington. Cilantros looking all right. $1.99 for this. This is one thing I might try to grow this year in the garden, because when you grow it fresh at home and you cut it, the smell, the aroma is so much stronger and so much better when it's freshly cut, which is so obvious, but a lot of people don't do it because it's hard. Herbs, not as hard as you would think. Navel oranges, one of our favorites, only $1.99. That's 5 pounds, so 10 bucks. Still kind of expensive, but I just love fruit, especially when it tastes good and I know it's good for you. They do something interesting with their bananas here. They don't stack them on a shelf, which is hanging off the bar, so that's kind of cool. That way the backsides don't bruise. That's next level, no pun intended. But I don't know, these bananas look like maybe it's not gonna turn perfectly yellow, you know what I'm talking about? Today I'm not gonna get too much, just some fruits and veggies. A staple inside of our fridge is green onions. We use them quite a bit for different recipes. I'm gonna grab 2 bunches. These are $2.49 each. Kind of expensive. Normally you get these for probably $1.50, less than $2, but yeah, these are organic. No matter what though, you're gonna pay a little bit extra, especially at a grocery store like this, because look at this. This is a whole grocery store. It's really small. I mean, when I say small business, this is legit a small business. So you do pay a little bit more, kind of what you do when you pay for quality, as well as supporting a smaller business versus going to a discount grocer or a bigger business like Costco. I like this chili crunch from Momofuku. Actually, one of my favorite in terms of flavor, but recently they've been playing big business bully. They're intimidating small businesses, saying that they can't use chili crunch. Matt was the one that actually told me that that was happening, and one of the businesses that use chili crunch in their product is from Seattle. I do believe they just won, or they backed off. I mean, there's a reason you trademark something, so you should be able to own it and protect it, especially if you're using it and maybe made it big. But I don't know, chili crunch, you saw the other ones, they were called chili crisp. Curious what you know it by and what your thoughts are on it. Ultimately, I think that just the sentiment for small businesses won out. That's why Momofuku isn't gonna do anything. I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Kind of unfortunate, because that's the whole point of trademarking, but they should have known better. A lot of creators right now are creating their own chili crunch products, even though they might have made it big, and obviously they've got that trademark. Kind of not cool. All right, this whole bag, which is packed full, it's pretty heavy, $40. As I mentioned, it is more pricey. You're paying for the quality. You're supporting a small business. I'm telling you, the passion of the people that work there, some of them have been working there since I started shopping there in 2011. So now going on, what, 13 years, which is really cool. And you know, just like any business, when you have loyal employees that have worked there for a long time, they know their stuff. It's pretty cool, especially because they know me by name, which not really a requirement for a grocery store, but they always treat us good. One of the only reasons I stopped shopping there was actually the pandemic and lockdowns. At one point, because it's a small grocery store, they didn't really allow a lot of people in the store itself. Hence why I didn't go there. I got 5 kids. Just respecting their rules. It is refreshing just to shop by myself, which was something I used to do in 2011 before we had Juliana. I always look forward to bringing the girls with me because I want to teach them about food, and I want them to see where the food comes from, hence why I go to the farmer's market with them so they can talk to the farmers, try and sample some of their produce so they can see the people that work to grow. Generally, just the education, so they know that food doesn't just pop up on the dining room table at night. It comes from somewhere, and people work hard. These girls are so spoiled, I'd say privileged, to be able to eat some of the best fruits and vegetables, sweetest, most delicious. Even vegetables, one of the reasons why kids don't like vegetables is because they've only tried bad tasting vegetables. When you get something that was freshly picked, especially if you grow at home or from a farmer's market, from a local farmer, even something like asparagus will be sweeter and taste better. So anyways, what I was saying is I love having the girls with me when it comes to anything food related, because rather than me just telling them about food and health and how to live a healthy lifestyle, I like them to see it, observe it, experience it. So hopefully one day when they're on their own, I don't know what age that will be, they're like us, especially like me. They're passionate about their food. They're discerning about what they buy and where they buy it from, and they make healthy choices for themselves. And then one day they'll do the same thing for their kids. If you guys want to shop there, it's called the Snow Isles Natural Food Health Store. It's in Everett, Washington. It's pretty amazing. It's kind of fun going in there. You find a lot of products that you don't get at the normal grocery stores. Definitely not at a Costco. But even if you're not in the Seattle area, you can find one in your area. Just type in health food store, because co-ops are almost like a franchisee, I think, or they're connected. They source from the same places. So some of those more smaller business type of purveyors or products, they're gonna have access to just the same as this co-op. So speaking of supporting your small farmer, on the way home, I decided to stop here because we need some honey. We've used all of our honey up. This is the type of place I like to go to buy things like honey. But here, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you guys go ahead and pick one. So you would not find this honey at a Safeway or Costco, but I would argue it's better. This is from Granite Falls, which is totally out of the way. I mean, it's about an hour north of Seattle. This honey is awesome. I've actually had it. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna get this. What? Get lemon? No.
I want to try lemon.
Yeah, this whole shelf though.
Should I try lemon?
And this isn't unique. This is all over the country, probably all over the world. Try local honey. It's so good. I don't know what the truth is around this, but I've heard that some mass manufactured honey is not even honey. It's just sugar. Just like sugar. It's like artificially made. So you get the best stuff when you're buying locally. Because remember, they're selling to their neighbors. They don't want to sell crap. But sometimes when a company is out of state, out of the country, the quality just isn't always there. It's more about profit margin. Also, you're gonna find products like this, creamed honey. I've never actually had this. I don't even know what creamed honey is, but I bet it's hella good. Probably like candy. Oh yeah, this too. I used to take this more often. I think this is the brand I used to get. Bee pollen. There's some magical powers when it comes to bee pollen. Now you're not supposed to take a lot of this, just a tiny, tiny little bit, but it's a superfood. So yeah, again, you can get it. And look, superfood, oh, 30 bucks actually, that's kind of expensive, but still, really good for you. And that's what you find at a small little farmer's market stand like this. All these products are jarred here on the farm. These are pickles from produce that they actually grow here on the farm, which is really cool. Even meat, this is a great place to go if you want to get some local meat. I'm assuming that's not local seafood, but yeah, they got seafood here, I guess. But steaks, beef, chicken, I bet you it's from local farmers who grow their animals here in the area. So back in the day, I used to buy my eggs from this farm, and let's see, this is from Bougie, Bougie Ranch. Whoa, turkey eggs. See, you get products that you can't find at a normal grocery store, but oh yeah, it's really good stuff. They used to sell raw milk here too, but I don't think they do anymore. Got some fancy pastas here that Kira just found. Garlic parsley fettuccine, red lentil and sweet potato pasta.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno fettuccine. You think this is spicy? You think this is spicy?
Well, it has a flavor. You should get it.
All right, they got pizza dough. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it's made locally or if they got it here or they make it here at the farm. So all that was 24 bucks. It's funny, these things are only 50 cents, but still, compared to this, kind of expensive, but the girls love it. Now the thing about the ones in the little sticks, I think they're heated up, so they're not raw honey. I've been eating a lot of honey, and I use honey for my Gatorades. The thing about honey is it lasts forever. So even when it hardens, like this is, yeah, like
You've had that
could be like 100 years. So even when it gets a little bit stiff, or solidifies. Just heat it up.
Hey, do you think you know that maple syrup thing where you can put maple syrup on snow?
My God.
What if you did that with honey?
Should I try that one?
Mm-hmm.
That one looks yummy, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite.
Oh my God, got candy.
Well,
I
you
just felt
on the side
compelled to share my passion
of honey. Hey, we
for supporting these
remember
small stores.
when we started
Even though we go to Costco quite a lot,
Costco.
I think it's important once in a while, and we do this, is go to the smaller grocery
Co-op.
stores like the Co-op.
I love the co-op.
Or
so good,
if you're
Daddy.
passing a farm, a lot of farms will sell their own produce or products like eggs or milk, or in this case, honey.
Co-op
Because
is my favorite.
yeah, when you
I like-
shop at places like a farmer's market, a farm, or a health food store that sources locally, you're supporting your own community. And small farmers need help, for sure.
It looks so cute.
So good.
Thank you.
Tell me how it tastes.
Daddy ate all
It's like
mine.
thicker.
Okay, get it? I'm gonna get some for myself.
Daddy already ate some.
Okay.
I like it better than this because it's thicker.
Yeah, it's thicker. This is raw honey. This is raw honey. And it's almost always the case that the products, the produce that you get at these places are way better
It's so sweet.
than the other places that most people buy food, like a normal grocery store
Okay.
We need more
or
water.
like a Costco. I know Costco does have raw honey,
Yeah, now we need water.
but yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
there's
there's
like
water
a-
right here.
I need some more.
If you see a farmer's market, buy something
I want to see
delicious.
if there's any more.
Can you put this back there, please?
What if we have honey? Oh, there's another one.
No, that's enough.
Well, you got two.
Okay, you guys got your little honey stick.
It has like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like a small thing of it. Is it
Uh-huh.
good?
So good.
I'm gonna put some in my
Honey.
smoothie when I get home.